call this 8th meeting of our year together. Village Board of Trustees, the Village of Depew. It's July 14th, 2025, and it's 7:00 right now. The pledge from Trustee Kraft, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If you just remain standing for a second. As we gather here tonight in service to our community, let us take a moment to reflect on the responsibility entrusted to us. Within each of us resides a wellspring of untapped potential, a strength that knows no bounds. May we recognize our capacity to create meaningful change, both within our village and in the lives of those we serve. Let empowerment be our guiding force, inspiring us to lead with wisdom, integrity, and compassion. May our decisions foster unity, progress, and a brighter future for all. With unswerving resolve, let us work together to build a community where every voice is heard, every effort is valued, and every action is taken with the greater good in mind. Amen. I thought that was appropriate tonight since we have such a large audience, and it's for good reason. Notification of fire exits by Trustee Z.
Emergency exits are located to my left and to the rear of the room. In the event of an alarm or an emergency, please move in an orderly fashion and evacuate the building.
Roll call, please.
Trustee Morowski.
Here.
Trustee Zimba.
Here.
Trustee Kraft.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Adolph. And Mayor Peterson.
Here. Okay, we'll go through the resolutions that are on tonight's agenda. We'll talk about them a little bit, and if you have any further questions on any of these items, there'll be an opportunity right from the beginning to ask any questions of the agenda items. If you have a comment or a question from something other than what's on the agenda tonight, there'll also be a section later on in the meeting which you can come to the microphone and ask your question. We will be going into executive session later on in the meeting, but we'll do that after we get done with claims and accounts and all the public concerns and comments. So if you really want to stick it out afterwards, it might be another 15 or 20 minutes after that. But we'll get through the bulk of the meeting before we do that. So initially, resolution number 1 is appoint some additional summer recreational seasonal help. We have another 3 lifeguards coming on. Kevin, what does that make? Over 20 or so?
22.
22. We have a very good lifeguard staff. Next up, resolution number 2 is why many of you are here tonight, where we'll be appointing 5 new police officers to our force, and that includes Matthew Klug, Michaela Nunley, Matthew Argy, Tyler Connors, and Ashley Dixon. And Chief, if you have a couple of minutes there, this is yours.
Sure. I can tell you I've been involved in the hiring process for about 15 years now, and this is as strong as a group as I've ever been a part of hiring. So we're super excited. Every chief's concern these days are the quality of candidates for law enforcement. I have no concerns. I'm very excited to see how these folks, these candidates do in the academy for us. We have a police officer, a peace officer, a corrections officer, a fitness guru, a couple of college athletes. So these appointees have excelled in their careers already, in their educational careers, in the military school. We have a homegrown Wildcat that we're very excited to have put on the force. So welcome. I'm really excited to see how you guys do. Thank you.
We have a fire department college scholarship here, too? Yes, that's what I thought. Next up is accept the resignation of one of our court officers. Number 4 for tonight is to approve the demo of 105 Main Street. Our building department has been very active in trying to clean up some of the properties in the village that have been neglected and vacant perhaps. So they're very aggressive. And this is one of the steps to see whether or not we can get any movement to get the building, in this case, 105 Main Street, on the right side of things. Resolution number 5 is to approve 3 new members, junior firefighter program of the Depew Volunteer Fire Department, Dominic Burr into the Aetna Hose Company, or actually, the Aetna Utility Company.
No, they're still
right?
at the hose
Are
company.
they? Okay. They got a new piece of equipment. Scott Wex Jr., Central Hose number 4. And I know I was at the fire meeting when they brought up that past Chief Scott Wex's son was going to be a junior firefighter. And boy, did I age at that time, because I don't think he was even born when it's amazing that he's at that age. And Kristen O'Donnell to the ladder company. We have permission for Founder's Day. That's what's become our yearly event in middle to end of June. Starts this week on Thursday, July 17th. We have a big tent set up. Thursday night is more of a family night. There is the ability to have a drink in the beer tent, but there's also an opportunity for families to bring the kids down and sit right in front of the stage. The next 2 nights with Nerd Gone Wild, and from Pittsburgh, PA, Walk of Shame, the beer tent, and the area inside the fenced-in area will be for 21 and over. So, but you'll be able to do an awful lot of things this weekend. Food vendors, craft vendors, family-friendly zone, which has grown tremendously under Trustee Kraft's guidance. Some bounce houses and libraries coming. Glenn Colton's doing a concert for the kids on Saturday. There's exercise on Saturday morning. What am I forgetting?
I don't think you're.
I know most of our departments will be present, police, fire, and our Office of Emergency Management.
Oh,
So-
craft vendors,
Craft vendors, yeah, food.
food trucks.
So make it a point to come on down. That's Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
I don't know what you could be forgetting.
Oh, yeah, the singing attorney. I talked to them all about it before. Sam is making his debut with Chief Musilak as his sidekick.
We're gonna rock it.
Used AI to make this poster.
It's okay. You send me that, I'll put it up.
No, we're not going to use that one.
Next resolution is to authorize National Night Out, which we brought back, the fire department and the police department, as a joint effort. It had gone away when we first started doing Founder's Day back in 2017. Last year, they brought it back, and today it'll be bigger and better. It's the first Tuesday in August, and that's August the 5th. Next is to waive a permit fee. This is for National Night Out. One of the food vendors is coming in to be there that we don't normally have. So that's what that is about. Next resolution is a request from the Depew Volunteer Fire Department to use Squad 2 and Engine 3 for live fire training. And permission to use Engine 1, Engine 3, Ladder 5, and Engine 6 for training at Twin District Fire Company on Tuesday, July 22nd. Next resolution is authorizing DPW to cut some grass where people have let the grass go beyond the 10-inch height. And looks like about 9 different locations on that. Then we have a resolution to appoint a new part-time senior citizen van driver / hot dog cooker / bingo caller. What else? It's an all-around position, so we have John Safi. He will be taking that job effective today. So that's the extent of our agenda tonight. If anybody has a question on any of those items, feel free to step to the podium, state your name and address, and we'll do our best to answer the questions. If it's something other than what's on the agenda, we'll have time later on in the meeting. Okay. Seeing that there is none, we'll move right along. Resolution number 1, appoint summer recreational seasonal help. Pursuant to Section 4-400 of Village Law, I, Mayor Kevin Peterson, do hereby appoint the following for seasonal summer employment to our Recreation Department: In the role of lifeguards, Caitlin Wilkie, Hannah Ramos, and Liam Marlowe. I need a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Morowski.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
And that's carried.
Resolution number 2, appoint police officers. Pursuant to Section 4-400 of Village Law, I, Mayor Kevin Peterson, do hereby appoint Matthew Klug, effective July 15, 2025. Michaela Nunley, effective July 16, 2025. Matthew Argy, effective 7/17/25. Tyler Connors, effective July 18, 2025. And Ashley Dixon, effective July 19, 2025, to the position of police officers pending civil service clearance at the rate of pay that's in our current budget. I need a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Morowski.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
And that's carried.
And Chief, if you want to do the honors?
Folks, would you like to come on up?
Is this done by height, Chief? Or do you have
Oh,
a
holy
plan
moly.
here? I got some badges. Oh. Okay.
Thank you, Chief.
Folks, feel free to come on up if you want to stand pictures.
Get your mug out.
This is photo time.
Thank you, Chief.
Fine looking group that was. Nice job, Chief. Thank you. It's a very competitive market out there, and you did well. All right, next resolution, to accept the resignation of one of our court officers.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following motion and move for its adoption. Accept the resignation of a court officer. Be it resolved, the resignation of Ed Pastoric, court officer effective June 23rd, 2025 is accepted.
I second the motion.
Need a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Morowski.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
And Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
That's carried.
Okay. All right, you drew the short straw here, Trustee Kraft. Next resolution is approve the demo of 105 Main Street.
You only need to read the boxes that are checked.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
This is
It's
my
shortened
first
up right up already.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following motion and move for its adoption. Whereas under Village Law, Section 81-11, the Village Board may authorize the supervising code enforcement officer via resolution to immediately cause the repair or demolition of such unsafe building. Whereas the building located at 105 Main Street is such an unsafe building as determined by, and whereas under Village Law, Section 81-4, the Village Board has received an investigation report from the Code Enforcement Officer offering the opinion that the building located at 105 Main Street, Depew, New York, 14043, is such an unsafe building. Whereas the following unsafe conditions exist at the property located at 105 Main Street as determined by a report made or caused to be made by the supervising code enforcement officer on the 7th day of July 2025. Item D. The building has been damaged by fire, wind, or other causes as to have become dangerous to life, safety, morals, or the general health and welfare of the occupants or the people of the village of Depew. E. The building has become or are so dilapidated, decayed, unsafe, or unsanitary, or which so utterly fail to provide the amenities essential to decent living that they are unfit for human habitation or are likely to cause sickness or disease so as to work injury to the health, morals, safety, or general welfare to those living therein. F. The building has light, air, and sanitation which are inadequate to protect the health, morals, safety, or general welfare of humans who live or may live therein. I. The building, because of its condition, is unsafe, unsanitary, or dangerous to the health, morals, safety, or general welfare of the people of the village of Depew. J. The building exists in violation of any provision of the New York State Uniform Fire Prevention and Building Code. K. The building or structure remains vacant and unattended continuously for a period of 1 year or longer without adequate safeguards to prevent unauthorized entry. And whereas the building cannot be safely repaired under Village Law, Section 81-5, and therefore must be demolished instead. The owner, executor, administrator, agent, leasee, or any person having a vested or contingent interest in such an unsafe building as shown by the records of the receiver of taxes or of the county clerk is responsible for the demolition of the unsafe building. However, if the person so noted to comply with said order of the village board and after the hearing, the village board shall provide for demolition and removal of such building or structure either by village employees or contract per Village Law, Section 81-9. Now therefore be it resolved that the village board approves the demolition of the property located at 105 Main Street, and resolved that subsequent to the passage of this resolution and prior to demolition, notice will be served to the owner, executor, administrator, agent, leasee, or person having vested or contingent interest in such unsafe building as shown by the records of the receiver of taxes or of the county clerk per Village Law, Sections 81-6, 81-7, and 81-8. And be it resolved that a public hearing shall be held before the village board no less than 5 days after notice of demolition if served, and be it resolved that the expenses of such demolition will be charged against the land on which it is located and shall be assessed, levied, and collected.
I second that.
Need a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Morowski.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
And that's carried.
Next resolution, permission for membership in the Depew Volunteer Fire Department, the Junior Firefighter Program.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following resolution and move for its adoption. Be it resolved, membership is hereby granted to the following in the Depew Volunteer Fire Department Junior Firefighter Program pending the passing of their physicals. Junior firefighters Dominic Burr, Etna Hose. Scott Wex Jr., Central Hose Number 4. Christian O'Donnell, Ladder 5.
I second the motion.
Need a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Morowski.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
And that's carried.
Resolution number 6, permission to authorize Founder's Day celebration.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following motion and move for its adoption. Authorize Founder's Day. Be it resolved, permission is hereby granted to hold the Depew Founder's Day celebration in the Village of Depew on Thursday, July 17, 2025, Friday, July 18, 2025, and Saturday, July 19, 2025. Terrace Boulevard will be closed from Thursday, July 17th, 2025 at 6 a.m. until Sunday, July 20th at 2025 at 1 a.m.
1 p.m.?
What's that?
1 p.m.
1 p.m. Sorry, my bad. Music permission is hereby granted for the Oddfathers to use the event stage on Thursday, July 17th, 2025, and permission is hereby granted to the Depew High School Alumni Band to use the gazebo and the Nerds Gone Wild to use the event stage on Friday, July 18th, 2025. And permission is hereby granted to the Walk of Shame to use the event stage and Glenn Colton to use the gazebo on Saturday, July 19th, 2025. Food and vendors, there will be a variety of food trucks and vendors both days. Permission is also granted for the use of restrooms at the Southside Fire Station.
I second the motion.
The roll call vote, please.
Trustee Morowski.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
And that's carried.
Resolution number 7, permission to authorize National Night Out.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following motion and move for its adoption. Be it resolved, permission is hereby granted to hold National Night Out at Fireman's Park, Depew, New York 14043 on Tuesday, August 5th, 2025. Use of the pavilion and gazebo is also authorized. There will be food trucks on hand as well.
I second that motion.
The roll call vote, please.
Trustee Morowski.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
That's carried.
Resolution number 8, permission to waive a permit fee.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following resolution and move for its adoption. Whereas the Village of Depew Police Department has requested permission to waive the permit fee for the Dirty Bird Chicken and Waffles food truck that will be attending the National Night Out evening event being held at Fireman's Park. Now, therefore, be it resolved that permission is hereby granted to the Dirty Bird Chicken and Waffles food truck that will be attending the National Night Out event being held at Fireman's Park.
I second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that motion is carried. Resolution number 9, permission for the Depew Volunteer Fire Department.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following motion and move for its adoption. Permission for Depew Volunteer Fire Department. Permission is hereby granted to use Squad 2 and Engine 3 for live fire training at 2060 Auto Parts located at 2060 William Street in Cheektowaga, New York, on Tuesday, July 15, 2025, from 6:30 p.m. till 9 p.m. Permission is hereby granted to use Engine 1, 3s, Ladder 5, Engine 6 for training at Twin District Fire Company located at 4999 William Street in Lancaster, New York, on Tuesday, July 22nd, 2025, from 6:30 p.m. till 9 p.m.
I second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that's carried. Resolution number 10, authorize the DPW to cut the grass.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following motion and move for its adoption. Whereas the village is encountering numerous vacant and foreclosed homes in the village, and orders to remedy have been issued to the property owner on record at 68 Brewster Street, 18 Main Street, 62 Suffield Ave, 48 Muskingum Street, 74 Main Street, 52 Main Street, 3230 Walden Avenue, 3106 Walden Avenue, 3253 Walden Avenue. Whereas the high grass is a nuisance to neighbors and attracts rodents, be it resolved, permission is hereby granted for the Department of Public Works to mow the above-named streets that are not mowed by the due date on the order to remedy for the 2025 year. The cost of said mowings will be attached to the village tax bill for that property.
I second that.
Need a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Morowski.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
And that's carried.
Resolution 11, appoint a part-time senior citizen van driver. Pursuant to Section 4-400 of Village Law, I, Mayor Kevin Peterson, do hereby appoint John Safai to the position of part-time senior citizens van driver with a salary that is in the budget to be effective July 14, 2025. And I need a roll call vote.
Trustee Morowski.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
And that's carried.
We've received employment applications in the last couple of weeks now at REC from Patricia Kravchuk, John Safai, Hannah Ramos, Liam Marlowe, and Caitlin Wilkie, Mark Owens, and Zachary Bowman. For our Department of Public Works, Evan Shanley, Michael Alberti, John Deck, Vincent Porzio, and Tyler Kent. And in our court, Joshua Spalding. There are no department head reports at this meeting to report. There's no unfinished business or other business. Before we get to public concerns and comments, we'll go around the room for our department heads to add anything that they like to bring everybody up to speed. We'll start with Don in our building department.
Same as usual, if you're doing construction, make sure you file for all the proper permits, make sure you call underground digs before you start digging. Any unregistered vehicles, either get them registered, move them in out of public view, or remove them from the property. What else can we kick in there? Cut your grass, weed your weeds around your foundations, fence lines, blase, blase, blase. That's pretty much it.
Okay. Chief McNamara?
Yeah, exciting day for us, hiring 5 new officers. We're also interviewing right now for dispatchers. We're looking to hire a part-time dispatcher, and that's about it.
On to this side, legal, Sam Alba, and singer, Sam Alba.
Congratulations to our 5 new officers. Welcome to Depew. And make sure this isn't for the 5 new officers. Generally, I said this is the pre-board meeting. Direct anyone who's a party to any lawsuit who's represented in my office, don't directly engage with them. Kind of goes without saying, but we had an issue this week, so just a friendly reminder. They're represented by a lawyer. I'm the one who should be talking to them or talking to their lawyer. All for me.
All right. Village Administrator, do you have the DPW report?
I do. They are doing phase 2 of the road work. The roads have been milled. They're cleaning up and prepping for the roads paved. The roads that they're working on is Ellington from Broadway to Gould, South Ellington from Zubrik to Cayuga, Chateau Court, Wyandotte from St. James to Maine, Calumet from Laverack to Maine, and a part of the bus garage. They're also working with George for some trenching for DPW to be putting in their electric lines underground, and a similar project at the West End, and cleaning up high grass.
To Kevin Ferguson, our rec department.
Welcome. Just to let you know, you've been in Fireman's Park lately. It's been pretty crowded. We have about 20 softball teams playing, 6 kickball teams playing in there now. We have roller hockey going on, and we have floor hockey going on as well. I have a new program on Sunday mornings from 10 in the morning till noon. I have soccer for ages 3 to 6 too. So this is a pretty busy place, and the pool right now has been open for 2 weeks, and that's been very crowded as well, especially with the hot weather, so it's doing very well. That's all I got.
All right. And then we'll go to our trustees. Trustee Zimba?
Nothing tonight, Mayor.
Okay. Trustee Morosky?
Nothing tonight, Mayor.
Trustee Kraft?
Skipped.
I know. I'm saving him for last.
You usually don't. July 3rd was super fun in Fireman's Park for our first fireworks display. I don't usually like fireworks, but that was really, really awesome. It was really cool. Looking forward to Founder's Day, insanity, and a well-deserved rest for everybody on Sunday.
All right. Fire Chief Brian Musilak.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Yep.
Good evening, everyone. First off, since our last board meeting, we've had 23 calls, 205 year-to-date. It's been busy the last few weeks, a lot of calls, quite a few EMS. We had one structure fire. We had one fire at the solar panel farm over on Broadway, which was the first incident we've had since it's been in place. And we also had a pretty bad car accident over on Walton and Tyler on Saturday that required extrication of a victim. I'd like to congratulate all of our new police officers. Look forward to working hand in hand with you out in the field. The men and women of the Depew Fire Department work very closely with the men and women of the Depew Police Department, and we have a really good relationship, and look forward to getting to know you and work with you out in the field. Specifically one here, Tyler Connors, he started off as a junior firefighter in the Depew Fire Department quite a few years ago, left us for a while to go to school and for his education and for a job, and now he's back with us as an active member again of Aetna Hose Company. So proud of you, Tyler. I'm sure you'll make us proud, along with all the other recruits for the police department. Also, our new squad 2 came in, which replaced our old engine 2. It came in about a week and a half ago. We're working on getting the equipment on it, doing in-service training on it with our members, and hope that that'll be in service within the next couple weeks and serving the residents of the village. Beautiful truck. When you see it out there, it's, like I said, I'm really pleased with it. July 3rd and July 4th was very busy for the fire department, the members of the Depew Fire Department. Everything went very well with the fireworks, the parade, traffic control for the annual foot race in the town of Lancaster. And I really thank my members for coming out for a long 2 days. And we got another long weekend coming up here for Founder's Day. Right now we have 3 firefighters that are in their basic fire training class. Of course, the hottest time of the year they picked, but hopefully they'll graduate within the next couple weeks and they'll be on the front lines with the rest of our members serving the community. Junior firefighters, we took in 3 junior firefighters tonight. Here again, one of them is a 4th generation. That's Scott Wex Jr. He's a 4th generation firefighter to join the Depew Fire Department. So our junior firefighter program does work. Myself, I came from that program. Tyler came from that program. We probably got about 20 firefighters currently that came from that program. So here again, we're up to 12 junior firefighters right now, and most of them either go on to firefighting jobs someplace else or they stay within our department. So it's a great recruiting tool. And other than that, I just have with our little safety tip here, and I give
is
at
this
the
it?
end, Brian's Bites. There we
Okay,
go,
Brian's
or Brian's
Bites.
Bits. So it's campfire season, and we've had a lot of issues with open burns and campfires lately. You're not allowed to have them in the village. Just we need you to do it safely. We need it to be a controlled burn within a fire pit that's approved, and also not a burn barrel or a tire iron or a tire rim or something like that. It's got to be an approved fire pit, and it's got to be no higher than 3 feet high, 15 feet away from any fences, accessory structures, vegetation, and you should always have a water hose or extinguisher on hand in case something happens to put it out. And it should never be left unattended. If you're going in for the night, please extinguish the fire. Just don't need any structure fires caused from somebody having a recreational campfire for their family. So that's all I have, sir.
Okay.
All.
So, as you can see, we try and have a little levity up here. I mean, we all work well together. I'm very pleased with the group of people that we have, and especially in a week like this, With Founder's Day, everybody's chipping in. Rec department, fire department is the ones serving the beer and in the beer tent. Our police department will be on site all 3 days. Our electric department takes care of all the electricity issues with the event stage and lighting up the Veterans Park. I'm trying to think of DPW will be outside, getting the road closures and parking and helping put the trailer up and actually doing the miles and miles of orange fence that we'll have to protect the beer tent and some of the other areas. We've got people volunteering to help out with manning the bounce houses, and the craft, Trustee Kraft is doing the family-friendly zone. And so there's a lot of activity here. Last week, we were hosting for Green Acres, their family movie night. Those are on Wednesdays. There was about 225 people at the pavilion last week for the movie on a large screen. Tomorrow, Wednesday is the second one. Garfield.
Yes.
Of course, our concerts are Thursdays, Founder's Day this week, and then we close that run with National Night Out. So all of it is an effort by everybody to pitch in and help out. Appreciate everybody's help. All right, anything for you? What do you got?
Paul, they're finally
This is
going
our
to be,
administrator.
they're going to be starting the Morano culvert, so they're going to start that. They will start setting up traffic control next week. They are hoping to get the project done in about a month, so before school starts, it should be done. There's a detour map from that section that's going to be shut down on Morano, and that'll be up on our Facebook page and on our website. So it'll be about a month delay of some detours there, but they're hoping to have it wrapped up before September.
And then also in construction, just so that you know, George Urban Boulevard from Dick Road all the way through to Transit Road, the county is spending quite a bit of money. They're going to mill and pave the entire stretch and do an awful lot of the drainage work on the section from Dick to French. So that's actually running a little bit behind, but when I talked to the county last week, that's coming up very soon, so you'll be seeing some activity on that road. So anticipate some slowdowns and not necessarily closures, but just delays getting from point A to point B. All right, with all of that said, we'll open the floor to any questions. Mr. Burkhart, come join us. Okay.
In my travels, Dave Burkhart, 5 Audley. In my travels, I've seen a village. I think it was another village that had the signs and the pictures of the veterans on the light poles. I brought it up before, and I think that's just a great idea, and I'd like to see Depew eventually do that. I mean,
We have a banner program, as you know. That takes a little bit more time because you need to get certain qualities of pictures. That is actually Deputy Mayor Adolph's responsibility, is the banner program. This year will probably be some pretty easy kind of photo we'll put there, but that's something I'd like to have him do for next year, where we actually, solicit people to bring their photos of the ones that they like up there. We would need specific resolutions, the word I was looking for, so they can put an accurate picture up there. But we're right on board with you.
I know we've talked about where would be a nice place to put them, but I think just from Broadway,
They'll be in the same locations that we have them right now.
Up and down terrace.
all right.
So what I'm saying in short to answer that question, there'll be a new banner that'll go up here in the next month and a half or so. That'll stay up until next summer, and hopefully Deputy Mayor Adolph can get that off the ground.
I got a question for Brian.
Yes, sir.
You said there was a fire at the solar farm?
Yes, there was. About 2 weeks ago, there was a fire that happened during the day. It was a inverter underneath one of the solar panel series that started on, that shorted out and started on fire, which then started the solar panel on fire. We were able to contain it to that one solar panel and that inverter.
Could that spread to other ones?
It could. It absolutely could. The good part about that is that there's no buildings or exposures or anything structurally close to that, where hopefully we'd be able to stop it before it spreads too far. Our biggest concern with those are containing it to a small area before it goes onto other panels, so that we don't have to take into consideration of possibly isolating people inside their homes or businesses, or possibly evacuating because of the toxic smoke that they create. Honestly, so this was they've built this. I talked to a solar panel company. They said we did a good job in mitigating that incident. They're doing an investigation as to what caused it exactly. With the inverter to short out, the mayor's also involved with that. They're working very, very well with us, hand in hand, to put better mechanisms in place. But I will say that they've built 322 of those facilities, same exact facilities, and that's the first time they ever had an inverter fail. So here again, it's probably one of those things, Murphy's Law, right? But it's 1 in a million.
I don't know those things concern our fire.
Yeah.
Now, are we getting any benefit from the solar farms as far as
I
the,
think I've answered that question before, but I'll be happy to re-answer the question. So that is sitting on a village dump. It was our responsibility from the 60s and 70s when this village accepted various waste products and put it in there. It was capped in the 80s, and the DEC came to the village in 2019 and said, hey, you have a problem up at the creek. You need to remediate that. So all told, with that, we sold 15 acres off to Energy Development Technology. And that's what you see now is the solar panels that are on there. So we got the amount of money, a couple $100,000, that went towards the remediation up at the creek. The creek remediation jumped from 200,000 to 320. So we had almost that amount of money. And then on top of that, the remediation that they did to that entire spot amounted to almost $1.5 million that the village did not have to pay. So when somebody asks me about how we benefited in that we didn't have to go out and bond money in order to fix what the DEC said we needed to fix.
that was great then, but they're producing electricity, right?
Mm-hmm. So I know where you're going with it.
I just wonder if anybody in the
We
village
can't,
is
we
benefiting.
can't always, off of every project, get a lot. That was a big deal to get that remediation.
Oh, yeah, that's,
Phase 2, which is scheduled to start later this year. Phase 2 originally was designed that 15% of the output of that was going to the village and 15% was going to the Depew school systems. There's changes made in New York State energy thingies that they can't do that now. However, since our working relationship with National Energy Technologies, they have found another source in which that was going to be the same thing. The Depew school systems will get a percentage, and we'll get a percentage. Phase 3, which is property that, as I mentioned before, Erie County has deeded to the village for $1, 17.2 acres, which is closest to Twin Village Recycling. That's Phase 3, so it's a year or so down the road. That is set to be still determined how we'll benefit from that. So there's possibilities to do that. It was very good for the village that we didn't have to go out and bond money to do that remediation of that property.
that's a good project to put on that land right there.
It's the only thing you can do on that land, yep.
I
And,
think,
I know you go to the Cheektowaga meetings. One of the differences, as I've watched those meetings, is that that's a private property land that they're putting a solar facility on or working with a developer for. This was village property, and it was ours to do the best we could with it.
was that the one in transit that you're talking about?
No, for the town?
Yeah.
That's that big hill there, the waste.
Indian Church?
Yes, Indian Road.
Church Road.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep,
All right, thank you.
you're welcome. Anyone else? Come on, Paul. Where would tonight be without Paul Sprout and Dave Burkhardt? We appreciate you being here.
Thank you for the time. Paul Sprotter, 58 Argus Drive. One thing I wanted to mention about the Independence Day celebration, that fireworks display was phenomenal. It put Village of Lancasters to shame, which was the following day, and my son, who lives in the Village of Lancaster, went to both of them, and he was amazed and very happy with what he saw.
Appreciate that.
Plus, after all the festivities, the traffic control was spot on between the police department and the fire department. There were no backups, no horns honking. It ran just as smooth as silk, and there were a lot of people there. I would estimate over 1,200 people. Am I
The
close?
calls was just under 3,000, actually, about 2,700.
2,700.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That was estimated by our emergency management team.
Okay. And I know the fire department, I think that they sold a record number of 50/50 tickets.
Yeah, I believe so.
I
Yes,
think it was over $1,300 was.
And Green Acres.
$1,100.
Green Acres had their
1,100.
busiest day ever, including their store.
Ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
And,
was,
and the other thing too is that it was the type of event it was what we're trying to promote is family friendly. And so there could have been some people out there with a koozie wrapped around a can of beer or something, but it was, they kept it to themselves. And we emphasized the playground facility of the,
the bounce house, and
yeah,
I see a lot of kids out there.
Yep.
Plus, the entertainment, the Boys of Summer, they played from 7 o'clock right up until sundown when the fireworks started.
Yep.
And people were dancing on both sides of where they were playing, under the pergola there
Yeah.
by the new facility. So it was very, very pleasing for everybody. I didn't hear one bad comment from anybody, and I talked to
good. Thank you,
them.
Paul.
One other thing about the solar farm, are they gonna do any landscaping there along Broadway? Because it looks awful.
I can't speak for along Broadway, maybe the mayor can speak on that a little bit more, but as for maintaining the inside, in between where the solar panels all are, yes, they are, myself and code enforcement office did speak with them about that, and they are correcting that. As for the aesthetics along Broadway, on the outside of it, I'm not sure.
So what we've asked for from the developers is that that there be a berm along Broadway, and Phase 3 will be that extra piece that goes from with the existing to Twin Village Recycling. So we'd like to see, let's say, evergreen trees or something like that.
Yeah.
The other ask that we have is the access road to the back of the facility becomes something more than just the gravel road that's there. It needs to be more substantial to get the chief's apparatus down there.
Yeah.
So there are some things, but it's all part of the 3 phases that we're,
Phases, yeah. Okay. Well, thank you. That's
Yeah.
all I got.
anyone else? All right, I'll ask one more time. Anybody else? All right, let's, we'll roll to claims and accounts.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following motion and move for its adoption. The claims and accounts have been audited by the Finance Committee and approved for the payment as follows.
From the general fund, $382,941.35. Community development, $4,166. Sewer fund, 0. Capital projects, $13,139.50. For a total of $400,246.85.
I second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that's carried. Say, I neglected to ask, was there anybody
No.
online? Okay, just wanted to make sure. I'll take a motion for going into executive session, please.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make a motion that we enter into executive session at 7:50 PM to discuss a legal matter.
I second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that's carried. So that's at 7:50. And hopefully we'll Yeah, I need a resolution, a motion to bring us out of executive session back to the end of the meeting.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees make a motion that we come out of executive session at 8:21 PM. No decisions were made.
I second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? And that's carried. And I'll take the motion for adjournment tonight.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make a motion that we adjourn tonight's meeting at 8:21 PM.
I second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting is adjourned.